it seemed like the 3 or 4 stories I read were not there wasn't a lot of information other than what he did, so or what he was accused of.
Yeah.
But a lot
We'll
of
get into that,
segments,
folks,
so
because we are running live right now, Johnny and the Greg, for the 111th episode of Johnny and the Greg podcast.
It's 111th episode.
Yeah. So I have a small little cocktail, just small.
Oh, you should have warned me.
It's okay. Who does 111th anniversary?
That's true. Yeah.
I just what, lately I've really been into getting like a really good filtered vodka and just having it on ice.
Yeah. Okay.
Like one where it doesn't sting you in the throat. There's some people that love that. I want smooth and sophisticated. Yeah. So that's what I'm drinking today, and I'm appreciaing it. So
what is it? What are you drinking? What's the
I remembered brand? I poured the bottle and walked away. I just and honestly, God, I did not do any real research. I walked up to whatever liquor aisle I was in and said, "What's the most expensive one? How's it filtered?" That's the one I'm going with. And seems to work. It was voted best vodka in 2017 and 2019. So I thought, all right.
I remember you had a really terrible one when I was down there. And
yes.
Last I was down there, you still have it because it's so bad.
Oceanic?
Just dump that shit out. Yeah, get
Oceanic.
rid of it. There's a guy, he was on the Food Network for a long time. I think he still is. His name's Alton Brown. He does like food science, stuff like that. Big celebrity chef guy. And he did one of his shows. It was all about Bloody Marys, I was really into that because I like a good Bloody Mary.
Do you like it spicy or do you not like? There's more spicy.
A little spice. I don't like spice that like sticks around for a long time, and I don't like spice. And this is like in general, not just the Bloody Mary, but like spice in general.
Do you like tangy or do you like spice?
No, I like spice, but I don't like it where it's like a challenge level. I don't need to test my manhood on my tongue. So like if it's taking away from the overall flavor of something, then I'm not into it. Like I wouldn't do well on Hot Wings, the talk show, the YouTube talk show. I would make it probably halfway through their standard, and once it starts to be like totally painful and it's just like you're just trying to struggle through. Yeah, I'm not into that.
I'm with you on that. I'm like that with, and this is a little too much information, but I think you'll agree with me, or maybe you won't. I don't know. Not into sex that hurts either, by the way. Not into that.
Not some people are, and that's fine.
And that's their thing. Have fun with it. I won't be at that party, but
yeah. That's just how I am. That's not for me.
Yeah.
But anyway, what Alton Brown was saying is that you can take a bottom shelf vodka, like just trash vodka, right? Okay. Put it through your basic Brita filter. So like the gallon Brita filter.
It's better.
Just start filtering it through. That's the filtering process. Just charcoal filter. And so you can take, if it says it's been distilled 3 times, that means they sent it through the Brita filter 3 times.
3 times.
So if your top shelf says it was, 10 times, then just start sending it through 10 times.
10 times.
And then you've paid for a bottom shelf vodka and made it
that sounds like a Johnny and the Greg test. Like I'm going to do that. I might buy I don't have a Brita filter, but I might buy one just can you do that with whiskey? Would you eventually come out with clear liquid if you did that with whiskey?
No, because they don't. I don't know if it would. I don't know.
Okay.
Because literally with that barrel aged process, is sugars from the wood leaching in the liquid. Yeah. So I don't know if putting it through a Brita filter would take that out.
Anybody's listening and you happen to be a connoisseur way more than we are, let us know in the comments below, or maybe, I don't know, flash us,
or just Google it and tell us, and we'll never know the difference.
Yeah.
Anyway,
guys, like, subscribe, do all the fun stuff. And Greg, why don't you tell us about our partnership?
So for all of your liquor knowledge needs, you can learn about that on Audible, who we are partnered with. You can get books on all types of liquors of the world, and you could try and listen to those for a month by going to audibletrial.com/JATG. Link is in the comments below. And then you can go ahead and for 1 month, listen about liquor to your heart's content, or if you want to talk about spices or spicy sex or whatever's on your palate, you go ahead. And whatever books that you buy on there, you get to keep, even if you cancel your subscription. But you know what? It's worth a listen. It's worth a shot, especially if you're doing a lot of things where you're just listening to music all day. You know, put some learning into your brain. You can do that. So again, that is audibletrial.com/JATG.
And for those looking to give that a shot, here's a great book. This is part 3 of the Gray Man series, Ballistic. If you guys are into John Wick taking out a bunch of Mexican drug cartels, that's right up your alley. So it was a good book.
Currently, I am listening to a book called Slaying the Dragon.
Yes, you are.
And it is about the
you
rise.
Let everyone know you're doing it.
Yeah. It's a good book. It's about the rise and fall of TSR. Which was the original parent or the original company that owned Dungeons and Dragons. And I'm trying to get through it all before we go to Gen Con this week, because we're going to meet some people down there.
Are you just going to like vomit all of that out, all the information you're knowing?
No,
like I think the best thing I learned so far was that it was originally called the Geneva Convention because it was in Lake Geneva, and I think they should have kept it because that's so cool.
Yeah,
but
it's
that's just me.
Honestly, there's so much information in this thing. To vomit out all of it, I got to listen to it a couple more times. Okay. It's really packed. I'm in the point right now where it's late 1996. So I was a freshman in college and knew the company was struggling and they were falling apart. But to hear how spectacularly it fell
they
apart.
were falling.
Oh my God.
Does it always come to ego or something?
It's not.
Actually,
there's a lot of ego. There's a lot of and really by their CEO at the time. She just ran that company to the ground. But really none of their CEOs they didn't have business experience. I mean, they kind of just fell into running this company that turned into a multi-million-dollar company, and like they didn't know what they were doing with it. So, and then the business people that were in there weren't gamers. Like they didn't have a love.
So there wasn't a love for it. Yeah.
So it was just like this perfect storm of what's the word I'm looking for? Incompetency. It's just this perfect storm of incompetency and now in the book in late 96, literally December 20th, 1996, they had like this clearinghouse of just firing person after person after person after person.
Wow.
And so the death knell is coming, where they're going to be purchased by Wizards of the Coast. And anyway, yeah, it's literally a textbook of what not to do in business.
Okay, gonna give you a rundown of the show today. Some days we do, sometimes we do this, sometimes we don't. Actually, what we're going to talk about real quick, we're piggybacking off of what Greg was just talking about, is I'm just going to give a little 411 on what the Greg and I are going to do starting Wednesday night all the way through Sunday. We are going to Gen Con, which is basically the gaming convention capital of the world.
It's from my understanding, it is the largest gaming convention in the world, definitely in the United States.
Okay. I'm totally new to this, totally green to this. I thought that a big part of this podcast and a big part of kind of what I wanted to do for my moving forward in my life was experience new things that I know nothing about. To a point, I'm not going to be a furry or anything like that. I don't need to experiment that far with my.
There will be some there, I bet. So if we want to, we can ask about it.
We can give them a hug.
We can ask.
Yeah. But anyway, not to. I'm going down weird paths.
Yeah. Where is with you?
Yeah, it might be the vodka. Anyway. So yeah, we're gonna go down there for 4 days, 3 nights, and have a good time. And I'm going to basically hang on Greg's coattails and just go.
He's going to immerse himself.
What's going on here?
Into the gaming culture and see what it's like. And somebody already posted just to let you, it's kind of funny, it's kind of not. Somebody posted a meme from like 2 years ago, or 3 years ago, and it was for the official Gen Con t-shirt for the con, and it says men's 5X has sold out.
men's 5X.
5X has sold out
5X. Okay.
because we're all just a bunch of chubby gamers. So it's going to be interesting. It's always a good time. What I love about gaming in general is that it encompasses so many different types of people. I mean, you've got your D&D players, you've got your board gamers, you've got your competitive card gamers, you've got your competitive board gamers, and then you've just got couples walking around. They like to do game nights and they're looking for party games and they're looking for couples games. I mean, it's just, I don't know. There's gonna be a lot of different type of people there, and I'm in for it. It's fun.
Yeah, I wasn't really into gaming at all. I don't even know if I'm still into it. I know that the group that you've created, they're fun and I really enjoy their company.
Yeah, our D&D group.
Yeah, I just enjoy the camaraderie.
And I remember you and your wife, like early on in your marriage, when you guys were kind of moving around the country a little bit, you guys played games. I mean,
we played some games, and then we found out how insanely competitive my wife is to the point of like we had to stop games because she got so competitive, so mad.
Yeah.
There were some things thrown across the room.
Right. And
there
you guys
were some accusations made
competing
about
against each other.
Yeah.
I mean, but
I wasn't competing. I was playing a game. I wasn't competing. I was playing a game. Like, I could care less if I won or lost.
Right.
That was not her.
Right. So, and I love your wife, and you know that.
Yes,
so,
yes.
Sorry, I'm reading a comment here.
That's
what you're going to find is that they've got a lot of couples games out now that are you versus the board. It's the game versus you two. And I think
that might be a safer option now that we have a daughter. We were playing Jenga the other night with big blocks, and she was doing well.
Hey.
Yeah. Whoa.
No, that's great. We've got Marshall's brother Sean on here to give us comments. And yeah, it is bad timing for the weekend because C2E2, which is the giant comic book convention in Chicago, is the same weekend. And actually in Chicago, there's another at the Rosemont Convention Center. There's Anime Magic, which is a giant anime national convention. So there's a lot of different things going on this weekend.
Things going on. Yeah.
And I think it's still like the fallout of COVID. Like, everybody's trying to get convention space and time.
Yeah.
And so, like, the McCormick Center, which C2E2 is traditionally at, they're like, well, here's the weekend, you can have it, take it or leave it. And so Reed Pop, that runs C2E2, said we have to take that weekend. Same weekend as Gen Con.
His name is Reed Pop.
No, that's the name of the company is Reed.
I was like, wow, that's quite a name.
No,
but okay.
It's and so I think that's kind of what's happening next year, 2023. I've heard rumors that C2E2 is going to move back to the spring, like late spring, and Gen Con will stay in August if the state of Indiana doesn't screw it up, because they've got some laws that they're voting on, some very restrictive, very laws that I just personally don't agree with. They're about to vote on what would be the most restrictive abortion laws in the country.
Wow.
Taking away some marriage rights that people have had for decades now. And if that happens, Gen Con has said we don't support this, and they would try to find a way out. I don't think they could do that in a year because there's contracts and stuff.
Yeah.
But you would definitely see, well, I can't say definitely. You would most likely see Indianapolis lose Gen Con, which would be terrible because I bet they bring billions in.
I bet you any real convention does that has a healthy gathering. Maybe not billions, but they bring in
millions. Well, the city of Milwaukee is, I think they got it. The Republican National Convention is going to move or hold their next one in Milwaukee, which is a great boon for the city because they bring in lots of people and lots of money and all that other stuff. Unfortunately, they bring in some crazies too. And Mark is on. Mark's one of the guys that we're going to be hanging out with this weekend.
Oh, cool. Hey, Mark.
Really,
Mark, I'm Johnny. Haven't actually officially met, I don't think. But
nope, you've never met Mark.
Okay.
Well, And yeah, we are stupidly excited for this weekend. And John and I were kind of talking before. So like you go to the con, right? And you're just inundated with gaming and you're walking around all the time, stuff like that. You were a little worried of like you're gonna get back to the house and just pass out after like
Yeah.
day two. I mean,
Yeah.
just because it's so much stuff.
Well, I'm my body is set to wake up at 4:30, fall asleep at 9:30. That's like how my body works. And
your body's gonna go through some shock, I think.
Yeah. So I might have to
I'll be okay because I'm used to going to bed at 2. So I'll be okay.
Well, and if you put alcohol in me, I'm passing out faster.
Yeah, or the other stuff. So it's gonna go quick.
Yeah.
So but
is the other stuff allowed there?
I don't even know. I'm not taking any, but
I'm not either.
No.
Okay.
The AMSETH related shock, possibly. Yeah, that could happen. But I hope we at least get to play some of the games that the guys have planned back at the house, because they sound like a ton of fun. And
I will say this right now. I want to play the Cthulhu thing. That's
Call of Cthulhu.
Fun. Yeah, that seems fun.
I'm excited.
I'm a fan of that mythology, so
I'm excited to intro those characters. I made our characters for us.
Yeah.
And with John's blessing to just
I'm just the pretty boy that shows up
to make those. And I had fun with it. And I've never played a Call of Cthulhu game either. Yeah. The actual role-playing game, I've never played it. I know a little bit about it, but I'm either way, D&D, love D&D. It sounds like a fun game. Our characters that I made for us, I'm interested to see in battle.
Should be fun. Hey, either way, I'm going to look at it as just having a fun time.
Yeah, it's going to be fun one way or the other.
Anyway, I wanted to really talk about something that kind of pissed me off today. It was if anybody's paying attention to the NFL, there was a Deshaun. Anybody who knows, there's a quarterback out there called Deshaun Watson, who
came into the Cleveland Browns, which is like one of my top teams.
Yeah, one of his. You adopted him. You adopted him.
I totally adopted him
because you felt sorry for them.
Because I love an underdog.
Yeah,
I mean, I do. I adopted them like
so. Maybe you should. Maybe
3-4 years
adopt
ago.
Jacksonville.
I might. Yeah, I might need to,
or just come to the Bears.
They're in my top 5, but
yeah. Okay. Long story short, this gentleman, I think, I'm sorry, I'm not going to call him a gentleman. He's a piece of shit in my opinion.
He is a piece of shit.
He just is. Okay. If you guys want to give me hell on the comments, go for it. You're not going to change my mind on this. Sorry. This quarterback decided to, I don't know how to remotely describe this. He had 22 cases of sexual assault. And when I say sexual assault, it's kind of a gray area, because
and here's where, just to make it even more clear, I didn't hear the extent. Now, what I've
heard extents.
Okay.
So go ahead.
So I'll say mine, and then you can do some clarification. So what I had read is that there were 22 massage therapists. So he goes in to the massage place, gets undressed, lays on the table, and he's going in for a massage. And then he assaulted them. Now, I don't know if that's groping. I don't know if that's like trying to corner them for sex. I don't know if it's like somehow forcing. It's corner. Okay.
Cornering for sex. From what I understand, there was never any, I don't know about touching, but he exposed himself and would try to solicit them. Yes. And try to talk them into it. And in some cases, he would walk to them, they'd back up, and next thing they knew, they were in a corner. Right.
Okay.
So you could see how anybody, even a male, I'm not saying he did it with males, but anybody that is doing their professional job.
Yeah, really.
And that happens to you. I could see where it would go under the category of assault. Now, I think when a lot of people think of assault, they actually think of something physical happening to you. But I'm putting myself in the shoes of, I'm a father of a beautiful young lady. Yep. I'm a husband of a beautiful woman, and I'm a man. And in all 3 of those categories, this guy is a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
he doesn't meet my moral
And
standard. He doesn't meet. Now, look, if it's a one-time thing, okay, one-time thing, a misunderstanding. Maybe he read something wrong, or maybe he just thought he could do it and get away with it, and he learned his lesson, or he's like, shit, I can't do that again, or something of that nature.
yeah,
I could almost
22.
forgive that. Not 22, Greg. Those are 22. Actually, it was 24 that were taking him to court.
Yeah. Okay.
Investigative journalists found 66
Oh,
different women he did this to.
so just like different.
66. This is a problem. This isn't a one-off.
Right.
This is not, oops, sorry, you misunderstood me. I thought you were here for that. It's not that. It's he was seeking, he's a predator. He was seeking out.
Yeah, really. Like a serial if he
66.
kept going.
There was a clause. There's a
And they
clause
were
in the Cleveland Browns that there's a clause. I think either it was, now I might be wrong about this. There's a clause either in the Houston Texans or the Cleveland Browns saying like he has to be supervised for massages. Like that's a problem, isn't that?
Yeah, that is a problem. Yeah.
Right? Like, and I guess what I'm mad at, and look, we can go into should the NFL be the moral police or not. That's a different discussion, but he only got suspended 6 games.
Yeah, no, that's the rub. 6 games for that many accused assaults
For being a predator.
And
wait, is that fair? Let me ask you a question. Is that fair to call him that? Because I know there's some guys out there, and I've talked to some people that's like, dude, he was just asking for a happy ending.
So
okay, that is
that's different. That's it. But these women were bringing him up on charges, for assault.
Correct.
That's different than be like, hey, can I? Do you want to finish the job? And she goes, I don't do that kind of thing. Oh, I'm sorry.
Right.
That's it went farther than that. 22 women, or I'm sorry, 24 women are the ones that came forward.
Professional women. These are people he was like getting at a party. Professional women at a professional establishment.
Well, it sounds like maybe they were coming to his house, like they were traveling.
Somewhere. Yeah. So not only that, like you're in somebody else's house. You're in somebody else's, I guess you could say, they have home field advantage in there. So that's
and that's the other thing. I think that's probably
especially if you're a professional athlete.
That's a sketchy business model that I wouldn't recommend any lady doing.
Right.
But the fact that most, and from what I didn't do a lot of reading on this, I'll admit. I read whatever came up on Google News, like the 3 articles that came up first. Most of these have been settled out of court, which means he paid his way out.
Absolutely.
So they're not saying, it's not that he's not guilty. It's not that he's innocent.
Right.
It's that someone, either him, I hope not the Browns, but someone has paid these women off to go away.
Did you hear his lawyer?
No.
His lawyer basically said, and I am paraphrasing, you can find it anywhere you want. He was basically saying that getting a happy ending is not a crime, folks. That was his defense for this dude.
But that one, he's right. I guess
he is right.
That's not a crime technically, but if you're trying to force one on somebody,
or
that's a crime.
Coerce, and I can't believe, like, all right, in my opinion, and this is how I am, honest to God, he'd never play football in my league ever again. Fuck that dude.
And that's really, is it the NFL's job, or is it a team's job to be the morality police? No, but
wait, hold up on that. Go ahead. Finish your thought. Sorry.
I'm saying that you're setting a precedent, right, of how society is going to view you. I mean, if and I'm a diehard Green Bay Packer fan,
right?
Like if this was someone on the Packers, I would be calling for his head, cut him from the team. Don't let this guy play football,
right? And
I would hope that when that person would run out on a field, he gets booed. Like, don't support him.
Yeah. The Chicago Bears, I love them dearly. I would not cheer for the team. And I know you guys, I know there's a lot of people out there, oh, it's bullshit. You'd still watch Sundays. Oh, I'd watch Sundays. I'd watch somebody else.
Yeah.
Because this is a moral, like my football team. God, I would love them to win the Super Bowl. Not this way.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
can't sit there and cheer next to my daughter who is learning all the
All the
bear
stuff.
catchphrases and all this
Yep.
shit. I couldn't imagine. I no,
If
that's
the
me.
Browns
That's
have a
I
hell of a
know that's
season,
you, and I know that's me. And I know there's some people out there are like, whatever, dude, you're overblowing it. Everybody does this. This always happens in the NFL. This is always going on. And you might be right. I don't know. I'm not in there. I just know that this is wrong. This is wrong.
yeah. Yeah.
And
And
I
that's,
can't be behind that. So fuck you, Cleveland. Fuck the Browns. This is what you're basically telling everybody that is in the Cleveland Brown, and I shouldn't say everybody in the Cleveland Brown organization, but the people that made the choice to go for this guy, to take this guy on, you're basically saying wins are more important than your
yeah.
morals. That's what you're saying.
And,
It is.
and the,
And I hope you can look your daughter or your wife in the
right.
face, when that shit's going on.
There's the things that the NFL will allow and the things that they bring the hammer down on are inconsistent.
Oh,
and that's in sports
yes,
in general. Like
course.
God forbid a athlete bet on any football. Like
Yes.
you play in the NFL, if you're caught betting on a team that's not your own team, you're going to be suspended for multiple games and possibly kicked out of the league.
Whoever's listening to us right now, does that apply if I'm an NFL football player and I pick myself for a fantasy team? Is that cool? Is that like
If there's
gambling?
money involved,
Is that a thing?
Maybe.
Like, can I get in trouble for that? I don't know.
Maybe because if it's a big enough amount,
Yeah.
then you're going to either throw a game or not throw a game to make your points.
I don't think you would throw a game for fantasy. I don't know how it works though.
Again, I'm not a fantasy football guy, but I think if it's, I've heard guys that play for large amounts of money, and if that scales up, the richer you are.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden you're playing for millions of dollars in a fantasy league.
Yeah.
Maybe if it's just $1 million.
Yeah.
That's, I don't know.
But I do know, no, going off of what you were talking about with gambling, if you're caught doing that, you're a professional player. In the NFL, you are suspended, no ands, ifs, or buts, nothing. You can't defend yourself. If you're caught, 6-game suspension.
Yeah.
If you use PEDs, I think it's 4-game suspension. If you are, there was another thing, I forgot what it was, but there are certain, like, I can't believe this guy only got 6. I can't believe it. I'm so pissed. Because they had a shot.
If you're found guilty for murder, they're like, well,
there was a guy, Leonard Little.
Yeah.
He played for the Rams, got drunk, slammed into somebody on the highway and killed a little girl. And I think he played in the Super Bowl 2 weeks later.
Yeah. The NFL is a total machine. I've got my own issues with the NFL. I love watching the game, but as an organization, they are dirty as fuck.
Well, no, they are what every other corporation is, what every mega corp, because that's what the NFL is. They're a mega corporation. These billionaires don't buy a team to just say, wouldn't this be cool? They're doing it because they want to make a shitload more of money. And it's 32 rich, what's that?
Sean says there's a chance the NFL could appeal and change it to a 1-year suspension.
Right. Which opens a whole other can of worms that we can talk about another day. And I hope they do. They fucking should.
They should.
This guy's a piece of shit. I'm sorry. Look, I was a fan of Deshaun Watson when he was at Clemson. Oh my God. I prayed that the Bears got him. Thank God they didn't, because we actually had a shot at getting him. We took Mitch Trubisky, but that's a different story.
Oops.
But anyway, at least Mitch Trubisky wasn't a piece of shit. This guy.
Well, and Cleveland's just looking for the W. That's the only reason they took him.
And that's sad.
And I'm like, why would you do? Because that Cleveland, for as terrible as they were for years, that is a
prideful town,
a legacy team.
Yeah,
they
love
have
their Browns.
Deep history.
Yeah,
and for their owners and the management to just turn a blind eye to something like that so that they can get a W. I'm like, guys, yes, you want a W. That's not the way you want to do it.
No, you don't. and he's not going anywhere. And they not only that, they paid him like
Oh,
$250 million.
Yeah.
So what you just basically said was, you don't care.
Yeah.
I
That
don't
is
care.
exactly what it was.
Just win.
So
I don't care. And like, and look, and for I'm not going to say the guy's name, but I was talking to, and he wanted him on the team. He knew all this stuff.
yeah.
And I told that guy, are you sure you want this dude on your team? Because let's say best case scenario for your team, he wins a Super Bowl. You're probably going to buy that jersey of him. You're probably going to buy some sort of memorabilia of him. And what are you going to tell your daughter and wife?
Yeah.
What are you going to tell them? Hey, that guy won the Super Bowl.
By the way, find out.
Basically, like threatened 66 women.
Yeah.
Like, really? Like, is that where your morality ends? And look, guys, you've listened to this podcast 111 times, I'm assuming. Marshall can back me up on this. I never stand up on a high horse and start hitting my chest about morality. Yeah. This is like bullshit. Like, Greg, you can attest.
Yeah. No, it is. I'm totally agreeing.
I'm not like this. I'm very much like, okay, whatever, like, you know, but this pisses me off so much.
Well, and it's honestly because I know you, and it's the violence against women piece. Like if he had solicited 22 men, you'd be like, okay, yes, suspend them, but you wouldn't be as fired up about it.
That's also a different topic we could go into. Like, but that's something to touch for a later day. I'm curious if this guy wasn't a quarterback, if he was a running back,
offensive lineman,
if he was a defensive lineman, if he was a linebacker.
Yeah.
Because the NFL has become so quarterback.
Quarterback and receivers. Like that's
you don't even need good receivers. We'll see what Aaron Rodgers can do with not really good average receivers.
Young receivers.
I bet you he balls the fuck out and he does great this year. I bet you any money he does. But anyway, it is a quarterback driven league. And so you need that guy under center, because you can have a Super Bowl team, but if you don't have a quarterback, nothing.
Mm-hmm.
You're not getting there. And and so they sold their soul. Cleveland, you actually sold your soul. And I'm sure you've done it. I'm sure
not the city of Cleveland, but definitely the owners.
Yeah. You did.
If I would say if I was Cleveland, I'd be rioting right now. Please don't riot, Cleveland.
They're not going to riot.
They should be upset.
They're sacrificing their souls because they want the Browns to win. They are.
I wonder what I kind of wonder what Joe Thomas thinks.
Oh, I'd love to know that.
I would love to know what his opinion is.
Yeah, because I hold him in high regard, actually.
For a guy that stuck through Cleveland
during the worst times.
He was a Super Bowl level offensive lineman.
Hall of Famer, for sure.
Hall of Famer. Yeah.
And I think up until his last year, he never missed a game, and he went to the Pro Bowl every year.
Yeah.
At left tackle. So basically he was backing up his 300 and something pound body, taking on everybody running at him.
And the city loved it. I wonder what his opinion is.
Yeah, I would love to know that. I wish I could get him on.
Yeah.
And go talk to me, Joe. But yeah, guys, I don't mean to drag this on. It's just, this is something that for some reason really grabbed a hold of me when I found out today, and I just wouldn't let go. So thanks for listening to my rant about a piece of shit like Deshaun. So Cleveland, sorry, I am not remotely backing you until this motherfucker's gone.
Well, and Sean's on here saying that he's only going to lose about $365,000 a game. So out of all the money they gave him, like he's still going to make bank just for sitting out 6 games.
Yeah.
And it's like, I mean, that's a pin.
It just shows you, and look,
he's not going to feel that.
This is the history of our world. It just is. If you got a lot of money, if you got a lot of power, or you can do something that a lot of people can't do, you can get away with shit.
Mm-hmm.
You just can. OJ taught us that when we were really young. And it just, I guess it pisses me off because every time there's something comes on, I'm like, okay, we've learned from our mistakes. Now we're going to set a precedence and get better. And they don't. And that's my fault for expecting them to do anything other than save their business. But it's just shitty to me. It really is. So. Okay.
All
right. So let's have a little bit of fun now. I thought I'd do something that, Greg, that is right down your alley. All right. Remember we did the bracket a couple of episodes ago?
We did.
I found a good bracket for you.
We've got another bracket coming up.
Yes, we got another bracket. So buckle in, folks. Here we go. Best sing-along bar songs of all time.
Ooh.
Greg is quite the music connoisseur, so I thought he would love this. He's gonna have to walk me through some because I don't know how some of these go. All right. In the 1 seed, Mr. Brightside.
Okay.
Versus 1,000 miles. Is that now? I would walk 1,000 miles.
Yeah.
Is that song?
From
versus Mr. Brightside.
Yep.
All right. Who wins that one? Add in people that are listening. Comment. Let us know. Mr. Brightside is the number 1 seed versus the number 16 seed. 1,000 miles.
For me.
Yes.
I gotta go 5,000 miles because I don't know if I know all the words to Mr. Brightside.
So okay. Is that a must? Is that a must in a bar song? You have to know all the words? No, because I mean there's the idea like if you're all singing in a bar, you can be like because I'm Mr. Brightside. Yeah,
I mean,
that's me half the time. Yep.
You can do that in a bar full of people because no one's gonna know. But meanwhile, if it's I would walk 5,000 miles, when I'll wake up.
Yeah, you know that
I'm going to be. I mean, I can do that. I'm there.
Next to you
at one point in history.
Yes,
and I'm going to say it's probably around 1993. You had one Struley driving and one Struley not, 2 brothers, and they're sitting in their car when I wake up.
Yeah,
we're just going at it. So
yeah,
for me that's got to be 5,000 miles.
I agree. I think a big part of this is. It's okay when you're in a bar, a couple of drinks in, you're with your buddies, it's a great time. There's that girl across the room if you're not married and you're like, I just need a little bit of courage, and then that song pops on where you're just like, yes.
Yep.
Mr. Brightside is not one I think about.
No.
Like I actually don't think of 1,000 miles, but I could sing to 1,000 miles more than Mr. Brightside, like you're saying.
I think there is possibly even a generational gap here.
Yes.
And possibly even a gender gap where
I
think there is a women of a certain age, which is younger than me, they would probably go for Mr. Brightside.
Right.
But they're not on the show, so it's
I'm shocked actually that Mr. Brightside is actually a number 1 seed. Shocked by that, actually.
Yeah, I could. Yeah,
that's me, that's not. All right. So we'll say that number 16 upsets number 1, and it's 1,000 miles that moves on. Okay.
Okay.
The next one, Sugar, We're Going Down.
Okay.
Oh, we're going down. Yeah, absolutely. Okay.
I can make the noises of that song, but
yes,
I have no idea.
Oh no, I don't know either. I don't know.
I will show you.
That's all.
I will show you a YouTube video later that my wife and I used to just roll over laughing on because somebody tried to do like a translation, and it's, oh my god, it's ridiculous.
All right, look it up. Maybe we can put it on the podcast.
No, we'll get.
Okay. Oh, we'll get in trouble.
We'll get in trouble for copyright. Yeah.
Okay, so number 8, Sugar, We're Going Down.
Okay.
Number 9 versus number 9, I Write Sins, Not Tragedies. I don't know that song.
It's from the same band.
Oh, they are?
Yeah, it's
it's Fall Out Boy.
But it's Fall Out Boy and
I Write Sins, Not Tragedies.
Yep.
How's that go? Just hum it.
I'm trying to think of it. Come on, give me a minute here. It's closing the goddamn door. No. Yeah, I don't know any of the words.
No. You had me at one point. Okay.
It's Panic at the Disco. I'm sorry, Sean. I'm glad Sean is on this one because I think he's going to be a little bit more into the music.
Cool. Stay on, Sean. Stay on. Hey, is that Sean, not Paul?
No.
Okay. All right.
No, it's a different Sean. Different Sean. This is Marshall's brother, Sean.
Oh, okay. So that's Panic at the Disco. So that's I know that song now. Okay.
Yeah, that's Panic at the Disco versus Fall Out Boy.
Is that the one that one more time? Thanks for the memory. No.
Nope. That's the. I guess I'm not as steeped in my punk pop as I thought I was. But
is that the one where like I walked in? Haven't you people ever heard of?
Yeah,
closing the goddamn door.
That's what I thought it was.
Yes, that's the Tragedy song.
Is it?
Isn't it?
See, that's
Sean?
the thing is I can play it through my side of things and no one's going to hear it. So
How is that possible? I thought like you can't do that in Zoom. I thought you could.
I'm playing. Well, I can, but like it's playing right now, but the audience can't hear it because I'm not sharing my sound. You are.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, anyway,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
say
We're talking about the same song.
okay. All right. I think I like Sugar. We're going down.
Yeah, I do.
Down. I like that one.
I like the rhythm of that song better.
Yeah. All right. So that takes on. So that's number. Okay. So that wins. The next one. Okay. This one works for me. Dancing Queen.
Okay, good
I
one.
lose my
Solid.
fucking mind in terms
Really?
of my body just decides to it takes over.
A little ABBA comes on and
there's not ABBA
John
comes
is
on and there's
lost.
nothing that can stop me. Party in the USA. What song is that? How's that?
Miley Cyrus.
That's annoying. No, frick no. Dancing Queen wins out. Now I don't know about you, but that Dancing Queen's way better than Miley Cyrus. Miley Cyrus.
Oh, I don't know.
Really?
I'm not.
You're stuck on that one?
A little bit.
Okay, all right.
Because I remember, I think I don't know all the words, but I know enough of the words of Party in the USA because of Pitch Perfect when they came out. I was kind of into acapella music for a time. Yeah, but you know what? I think I'd probably go with Dancing Queen.
God, it's Dancing Queen. You can grab anybody, and it's even cool if you grab like I don't know, that MILF in the bar that's hanging out somewhere. You just grab her and Dancing Queen, and everything's okay. You can dance to that.
Made her night.
Yeah, made her night. All right, so so we're saying Mr. Brightside, Sugar, we're going down, Dancing Queen. The next one is Wagon Wheel versus Come On Eileen. Oh, I swear.
Oh. Gosh.
Okay, look, I love Wagon Wheel, but it can't compare to Come On Eileen.
I almost say it depends on the type of bar I'm in.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Actually, I'm thinking a Milwaukee bar where you and I grew up, like the Milwaukee. No, okay, let me rephrase that. When we were growing up in our 20s,
when we were bar age.
Yes, when we were bar age. That's where we hung out, the Milwaukee bars, the Wisconsin bars in general. Like, Come On Eileen is like
that would have been bigger.
Yeah,
but
than
honestly,
Wagon Wheel.
Some of the
Wagon Wheel is great though. I listen to that now.
I do like Darius Rucker's Wagon Wheel. Yeah, I'd go for Come On Eileen, I guess.
Yeah. All right, so we got Come On Eileen versus Dancing Queen.
Yes, and Sean is right. With Come On Eileen, the cover by Say Ferris is fantastic.
Come On Eileen versus Dancing Queen.
I do Come On Eileen, especially the Say Ferris version. Oh, Marshall agrees. Say Ferris version. Yep.
Yeah.
It's a great tune.
I don't care what you guys say. I'm going Dancing Queen. But that's fine. Okay, so let's just say the majority rules. So Come On Eileen is in the final four. Between Mr. Brightside versus Sugar, we're going down. I'm just not into Mr. Oh no, I'm sorry. We did 1,000 miles. Yeah. We did 1,000 miles. I'm not into 1,000 miles. Sugar, we're going down. I'm putting Sugar, we're going down. I don't know about you. What say you?
I would do 1,000 miles.
Okay. All right. So we're looking for Sean or Marshall.
Wait. I gotta hold on.
Okay.
Is it 5,000 miles? Because I would walk 5,000 miles, or is it 1,000 miles? That
I don't know that song.
Yes, you do.
I do.
Yeah, you do. The
1,000 miles. It's called.
Yeah, I would walk 5,000 miles.
I know I would walk 5,000 miles, but you're saying this is called 1,000 miles.
Okay, we're thinking of a different song here. I was thinking from the Pretenders that I would walk.
Okay, let's see what this is.
I would walk 500 miles.
Is this it?
And then there's Vanessa Carlton.
Yes.
That's okay.
Oh, yeah. Taking a break. Running.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, that's a different song. I was thinking something right.
So was I. I was thinking the other one you were thinking.
I was thinking the two Scottish.
So, okay, so we might have to go back to that. So Mr. Brightside versus
the first round. The first round still beats Mr. Brightside for me because of what Terry Crews. Well, because of what Terry Crews did with that song in the comedic legend of White Girls.
Oh yeah, you're right.
where
Okay.
he's in the convertible just
Good
doing
call. Way to save us. Yes. Yes.
yeah,
Way to save us. Okay.
when
So
he's
a
doing that.
1,000 miles versus sugar, we're going down. Who wins that? We're going
Sugar,
down.
yeah,
down.
sure. For me, it'd be sugar.
Yeah. Okay. So it's sugar, we're going down, and come on, Eileen, in the final four. All right. We got the other
Okay.
side of the bracket. The number 3 seed versus the number 14 seed. Number 3,
Okay.
I want to dance with somebody, right? I
Last
want to
song
feel the heat with somebody. Is that
is
Whitney
the
Houston?
last
Okay.
song I ever karaoke to.
Oh, what was it? Okay.
Yep, I was in a bar in North Carolina.
You're gonna have to help me with this. What's unwritten?
Is it Natasha Bedingfield? I think is unwritten.
Jesus Christ, the fact that you know that. That's why I thought this would be right up here. But let's see. Here we
Unwritten,
go.
yeah, that's who that is.
Here we go. This? Oh,
yeah.
Okay, I didn't know it was that one.
Yeah, that's unwritten.
Okay. All
right, turn it off before YouTube docs.
Yeah. Okay, so unwritten versus I want to dance with somebody. I'm sorry,
Whitney
man.
Houston.
Yeah,
Whitney Houston.
That has to blow that away.
Yeah, it totally does.
Yeah.
And I've actually heard some like not metal versions, but more like hard rock versions of I Want to Dance with Somebody, or like some, and they're really good.
Okay. Country Road, John Denver.
Oh.
Okay. Versus Living on a Prayer, Bon Jovi.
Country Road.
Oh, you're full of shit.
Nope.
Living on a Prayer is.
It's a great song. It's a great song.
You say that. Oh no. If Country Road came on, I'd feel like, okay, we have to all stop and we have to just kind of like mellow out. Like Living on a Prayer, there's like this. Everybody, it just keeps escalating. And then if the DJ's good at all, he'll turn it down and everybody goes, we're halfway there. And everybody's just screaming. Marshall, Sean, bail me out here.
Oh, I'm pretty sure Marshall says Country Road.
Oh, Marshall, you son of a.
And I totally agree with him.
Oh my God. You guys suck.
If
yes, you do.
You need to come up to some of the bars because you go to a
you
whole
can't
bar.
Add in atmosphere. Oh, I was adding atmosphere.
No, you were totally adding in atmosphere. You get a whole group of people singing Country Road. Oh my gosh, I get goosebumps just thinking about it.
Okay, you guys are losers. All right.
Yes, Country Road's by Me First and the Gimme Gimmes.
Okay, this one we might even fight with too.
Okay, this is a hard bracket.
Piano Man versus Don't Stop Believing, Journey. If you ever want to step foot in this house,
I got to go with Journey.
Thank you. My wife will accept you now back in this house. Dude, a side note, okay? I don't know if anybody does this. Somebody once told me there's a trick. There's they found this little marriage hack when they're arguing and they just can't seem to get. They play a certain song and they have to drop whatever they're doing, whatever bad feelings they're holding, and they have to dance for like 30 seconds.
Do you guys have a song?
We do. It's Journey. Don't Stop Believing.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
When we play that, it's amazing how pissed off we can be. We play that. She will smile. I'll smile because I know I'm like, I got you. We're gonna actually like be cool now.
Yeah.
And we actually, I shit you not, people, we dance for 30 seconds. And after that, whatever we're arguing about, it doesn't go away, but we're talking about it in a much calmer, easier way.
I think that's very good. That's very cool. It's a very mature thing to do. Are you slow dancing?
So it depends on how mad we are. It depends on how mad we are.
Or are you like rage dancing?
Yeah, it depends. It really depends. There has been two. There has been both. There has been both in this house.
Okay.
Yeah. It's weird now because Gwen gets involved and she doesn't know what's going on. But
that's fantastic.
Yeah.
I don't know if I get so self-conscious dancing.
About dancing?
Oh, absolutely.
But with your family, really?
Yeah. I really don't sing in front of my family. I don't dance in front of my family. I mean, it's and I don't know why. Because they've seen me do the stupidest things I've ever done, especially my wife.
Yeah.
But I have still a fear of looking foolish in front of my wife. Like I don't want her to know that I'm such an idiot, even though she totally knows I'm an idiot. It's still a thing. Like,
you know what's funny?
Now
I have a video of you dancing your ass off.
That's the thing. Like when we get into the right environment,
Yeah.
which has usually been like my friends' weddings.
Yeah.
I mean, you see me dance out at bars. I mean, like it's been, and you see me dance with my wife out at bars
Yeah. Yeah. Of course.
and stuff. And it's been, and we have a great time.
Yeah.
But like just the two of us in the house, like if we crank music up in the house and like start dancing, I'm like,
Oh,
yeah,
no,
I don't, I
yeah,
can't.
I can do that. I know what you're talking about though, but I'll be honest, other girlfriends I couldn't do that with. Ursula, I can do that with.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why I married her.
Now,
But
and we
okay.
both love music. Like we
Yeah.
both love music, especially live music.
Yeah. Okay,
Okay,
so I say
moving on.
don't stop believing beats Piano Man. I've never been a
I
fan of
would,
Piano Man, but I understand how
I
people
like
like
Piano
it.
Man, but I don't like if it came on in a bar, I'm not like
Yeah, me neither.
shouting it out with everybody else.
Okay, the last bracket: Friends in Low Places versus Mo Bamba.
What?
I don't know what the hell Mo Bamba is. Do you?
It sounds like you're mixing words here. What? Spell it out.
MOBA. Oh, no, that's not a bar song.
That's not La Bamba.
Okay, you're right. MO. Okay, and then the
BAMA.
next one BAMBA.
I've looked it up. I don't even know if I've ever heard of this song. And YouTube ads.
All right, here we go. Let's see. What do we got here? Let's go. That looks like it would be it.
I've never heard this song.
I have no idea what this is. So guess what, Mo Bamba? You lose.
Yep. Sorry, buddy.
I've never heard that song ever.
I have never in my life heard that song.
Friends in Low Places versus Don't Stop Believing Journey. This is tough depending on what bar you're at.
Yeah.
I still go with Journey. That's just me.
I would too. I mean, I did my Garth Brooks phase. I still know all the words to the song.
All right. Last one to figure out who's in the last 4 spot. It's between I Want to Dance with Somebody and Country Roads. Unbelievable. Stupid.
I would go Country Roads still.
Oh, good. I'm glad you fucking people would go with
and the
I'm gonna have all these John Denver people coming after me.
Dude, did you ever see the movie Logan Lucky?
I did.
So there's a scene at the end where his daughter is singing a song. She's singing Country Roads. I like literally tear up at that song at that moment.
Wait a minute. Time out. We're talking about 2 different things now.
I know you're talking about 2 different things, but it's a great song.
I've never disputed that it's a great song. I'm just saying when you're comparing it at a bar to living on a prayer, living on a prayer.
I think.
I mean, this bracket is called the best sing-along bar songs.
Bar songs, and that's what I'm comparing. I mean, that's what I'm getting into. Now, I would say that Living in a Prayer has been shouted out in my experience at more weddings, but in a bar setting, Country Roads.
For you, maybe.
For me,
not at all. And we grew up in the same bars. That's why I'm saying that.
but even recently, I mean, I think country, like, because it's not like I don't go out to bars anymore. My kids are older.
You go to more than I do now. So,
yeah, because my kids are older. If I'm like, go to bed on time, see you later.
Yeah. Well, this will be an interesting experiment if we go out to a bar this coming week.
Yeah. Now, Sean is bringing up a good point. I mean, as we're heading into the final 4, there are some songs that are not in this bracket, which
absolutely
totally should be. Sweet Caroline should be in this bracket.
Yes.
Purple Rain should be in this bracket. Oh, fuck you.
No.
Yeah. No. It's
not Pour Some Sugar on Me is a Wisconsin classic. Def Leppard, Pour Some Sugar on Me.
Yeah, I am. I'm aware.
You're about that, but you're all about Purple Rain. How dare you?
Oh yeah, sir? No, I would belt it out to Purple Rain more. Like even just the chord. Like I've been in like a sea of people where we're all back and forth. And
to Purple Rain.
Yes,
Losers.
It is fantastic.
Losers. It's probably called the Struley reunion special or something. Because
Nope.
Unbelievable.
Sean says Jump Around should be in there. Yeah.
Jump Around should absolutely be in there.
That is totally a Wisconsin song now.
Yes.
I am
Well, we
famous.
adopted it. It wasn't a
We
Wisconsin
totally
song.
did. We totally did.
I think it's actually a Boston song. Like Cypress Hill was Boston.
That
Did
wasn't
they jump
Cypress Hill.
around?
That was House of Pain. And yes,
You're right. Yes, yes, House of Pain. Sorry.
I am like, you know how like you go into a bar and they don't have jukebox anymore. They've got the thing you can go in and punch a song in, or from your phone, you just take over. I am like, every time I go out there, there are two songs that I absolutely play. One is Fat Bottom Girls from Queen, and the other one is from a group called the Gourds, where they did a hick version of Gin and Juice.
Okay.
And I play them every time I'm out of the bars.
Okay.
And I think they are worthy additions to this list. They're not on here, though. They didn't make the cut this year. I think there was something wrong with the conference setup. I want to talk to the commissioners, but
I agree. Okay. So for our final four, okay. All right. For our final four, we have Sugar We're Going Down.
Okay.
Versus Come On Eileen. It's Come On Eileen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't even know all that song. I just know Come On.
I would bet you can't think of it right now, but if the song was playing,
Eileen.
If the song was playing, you'd be like, dude,
everything. Okay. Anyway,
you would fall into it. I think.
Okay. So Come On Eileen's in the championship round.
Okay.
Versus so the other semifinal is Country Roads versus Don't Stop Believing by Journey.
Oh, that's a hard one.
This isn't fucking hard. This is my show.
You're
lucky I let you even put in Country Roads.
Fuck you. It's not just your show. Just because your name comes first doesn't mean shit. But we agree that I think Journey's going to take.
Thank God! Thank God,
because you got to go. I think it's the wider appeal song.
Yeah, you're right. Now, this is quite a championship game. Actually, you got Come On Eileen versus Journey. Don't Stop Believing, because both will lose their fucking minds in a bar.
Yep.
Actually, I think both anywhere in the United States, they lose their minds in the bar.
Yeah. Well, and
like, because some were regional.
And that's
like
that's
Wagon
where I
Wheel
think,
or.
Yep. I think that's where Country Roads might lose out a little bit. Like, you can't.
Right.
There are, not that I've been to a lot of California bars, but I remember being in San Diego, and if you were to play Country Roads, there would be some people that'd be into there, but it wouldn't have been the bulk of the crowd.
Right.
Where I think most of the bars I've been in Wisconsin, at any point in my life, you play Country Roads, everybody's into it.
Right.
But universally, I think Journey would take.
Yeah. Okay. So you think between Eileen and Journey, what do you got?
I
have
Journey.
no idea.
I think Journey. I think Journey would take. If we opened it up to
let's open it up. I agree with you, just because Journey has a special part in my heart, just like Country Road has a special part in yours. I would say Journey beats Come On Eileen, because I guess if someone came up to me and said, "Hey guys, you can only hear one of these two, which one you doing?" I would do Journey. I just would.
Yep.
Because just even when it starts,
it's a higher energy.
A small town girl.
Yeah, it's a higher energy song too.
Yeah.
Sean disagrees. He says Eileen for the win. And that's okay. I'm gonna put a poll up on our
please do
respective socials. We'll see who takes this one in the end. We have our opinions, but it's not all about us. We want to know your opinions too. What?
I'll put this up there and see how they take it in the end.
And could it be Come On Eileen? It might.
All right. That was fun. That was a good one.
Yeah, those are good ones.
I enjoyed that.
Wherever you're finding
there are vastly ones that are missing, like, for sure.
Oh, sure. Yeah. When it's interesting when you say, I asked you if you and your wife had a song. Ours is not real high energy, but it'd be hard to dance to it.
Okay.
But we've got, and it's just because it was when we started dating. The song was big at the time. There's no special meaning to it or anything. Crash from
great song.
Dave Matthews Band. Yeah.
Yeah. somebody told me the thing I went to last Tuesday. There was a girl.
Oh yeah,
There was a girl that was her and her boyfriend at the time song. And I said, "Really, that's your song?" And she goes, "Have you listened to the words?" And I was like, "No." And I listened to it. I was like, "Oh,
yeah, that's yep."
Yeah, so I get that. Makes sense. But it's a good song.
It is. And like I said, it is kind of our song, but not for that reason. But yeah,
well, you're married. It could be for all the reasons.
It could be. Well, yeah. Now I'm just saying when we started dating, that
right.
was just the one that was constantly on the radio when we were going on dates and stuff.
Yeah, that was.
And by the way, I should have come to that thing on Tuesday. I didn't have the time to do it, but yep. Well, next time it happens, maybe we'll get more of a 24-hour warning, Darren.
Well, that was me. I get a 24-hour warning.
But yeah, that's
yeah. Cool. I think that's where we should end it.
We are at time.
Yeah. So
catch us a little. We are going to post a little bit while we're down at Gen Con. We'll maybe do a couple lives as we're standing in line. Check us out on the socials. If you in your socials know people that are down there, tell them to look out for us. Love seeing people that support the show. And yeah,
Greg, you wearing a kilt?
Just about every day. Yeah.
He will be the gentleman wearing the kilt. Dude, I will be the guy behind him.
There will be so many men in kilts. You're gonna.
Oh, will there really?
You will have never seen so many men in kilts in one location before.
No shit. Yeah. I saw a guy in my neighborhood mowing the lawn in a kilt. And I almost did the thing that, like, it's such a dad thing. Pull over and go, "Hey, my friend has a kilt." Like, you'd be like, who the hell are you?
Yeah, really.
But almost pulled that off.
At Ren Fair, we went to Ren Fair last weekend, and
that's unfair.
Yeah,
everybody's dying to wear one at Ren Fair.
There are dudes that wear like the traditional stuff. I actually wore a traditional one for the first time, and then there are guys that are just in like the everyday ones that I have.
And there's guys that hike trails in them.
Yep, there absolutely are.
Yeah, we've talked to them.
All right, man.
All right, for Johnny and the Greg, I guess we can just say, don't be Deshaun Watson, guys. Don't be a douche.
Don't be a douche.
Yeah, fucking piece of shit. All right, podcast out, everybody. Take care. Have a great time. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.